What's up, everyone? Alright, gonna do a rig review on our Gatekeeper Prerunner thing. So this one we did attack the beams. So this does have twin I-beam suspension. So got that nice goofy camber and toe change throughout the travel, just like your classic Ranger Prerunners. That took a little bit of figuring out to get it right. A couple of changes and renditions there. But overall, this is kind of like your typical Prerunner. So yes, we got full 3/16 cage, front to back. Built a nice big skid plate here to bash stuff. I did use the 16 gauge steel plates that we sell on the website to build that skid plate. So it is not aluminum. I've done a couple aluminum ones. They get a little dinged and bent. So besides that, we've got Rabs tabs for our shock mounts in the front, as well as mounting our knuckles. These are element knuckles. Mounting the element knuckles and mounting the shocks on the front, I'm using the Rabs tabs. And in the back, we have our new Shockbox. This is the Shockbox R1. I have this in a couple different configurations. So there's also the Unibox, which is a little bit smaller. Same hole pattern, same spacing. It's just more compact to kind of tie it into cages a little bit easier. And that Unibox too, you can use it for multiple things. It doesn't have to be just the Shockbox. You can use it, say, on your frame rails to mount your trailing arms also. So this has bomber trailing arms on it. I wanted a little bit longer trailing arm, mostly to have the space to put these shocks and get them nice and even. The ones on the Gatekeeper were a little short for what I was trying to do here, so I used the bomber ones. No special mounting required for those bomber mounts. You just mount it to the same hole as the skid plate mounts to the frame rail. I think it's the most inner hole. And that keeps your wheelbase about the same as the Night Runner, I believe. So, oh no, it's a little bit less. So it's like 12 1/4. So this is still, you know, standard crawler realm as far as the wheelbase goes. It is, I actually don't know what the width is. It's pretty similar to the back. I try to keep the beams less than the width of the body that I was using, and then I decided to not use that body. Let's see what the width is. I'm not sure. That width outside to outside is about 10 inches. So yeah, this still has your normal crawler dimensions, but trying to keep it as scale as I could. This is one of those Amazon motors. I got a bunch of them to see which one I liked the best. This one fit the bill the best. I did it to shave the headers down a little bit to get those tucked in, but I feel like it added quite a bit of detail. Oh, and on the air filter cleaner there, I used some of that cloth Tessa tape that I've used before in some of the other videos to add kind of that filter look to the air filter. It was just chrome before. So I got those on there. In the back, we have our spare tire mount. So this is just a M4 nut and some of the all thread that we sell, and a couple pieces of welding wire welded to that. So this kind of helps keep our battery down, as well as a little bit protected from the elements. The battery is kind of in the same areas where a fuel cell would be on, you know, full-size Prerunner. So we got that on there, keeping that in. I did retain the sway bar from the Element. That's still on there. What are the big changes here? I did swap out the transmission from the Stealth to the SSD high ratio. Just wanted something to go fast, go a little bit quicker. And this is an all aluminum case. I don't even know if you can see it in there. Probably not. You can probably see a tiny little bit. But that's like $65, $66. You can get those on RPP or A-Main or whatever. But SSD high ratio wraith transmission. It's perfect for these kind of builds. They're solid and they're not super pricey. You do have to have a donor transmission to finish assembling that. What else? So we got, that was part of what took the most figuring out, was how to make these pieces, and that drag link across the center, and getting everything right so it steered and drove and goes straight. So besides that, we've also changed out the axle. We removed the Element axle because I really needed an open diff. So it now has an open diff. This is the RC 4-wheel drive D44 axle, and it's super scale. I like that it's got, you know, a nice diff cover on it and stuff. It looks the part, but I had to swap out the gears. I tried it locked, possible to drive, And then I tried it with the RC 4-wheel drive spider gears you can buy. They're not super tough. So I've since switched those out, and now I have the open diff gears that came in a Yeti. It's probably the same as an SMT10. I'll get the part numbers for that, and I'll put that below too. So actually, I'll put that in a highlight. But yeah, this is our Scale Metal Supplies I-Beam Prerunner truck. Oh, for the interior, there we go. I've got hot seats mounted onto a typical Wraith interior, but in an unusual way. So I had to split it in half, cut the dash off, and then kind of rotated it in. That way you can cover up all of the transmission and stuff and try to get that kind of stock look in there. And I used the steering wheel from one of my random axial trees. Nothing super specific, but there. Now we can say. So wheels and tires on this too. I am using some Spec wheels. These are some of his red anodized short run that he did. And then for the tires, I really like the Proline, the Trexus tires. I just think they look good on Prerunner builds. They're tall, they're skinny, and they fit the bill. Scale Metal Supplies Prerunner build. Thanks for watching.